said, you ain't have a fight in recent times. You're really not ready for this work. And she said, it's natural. She don't have to. Probably about like talking about fighting. Sometimes people beat me and get their hands put on them. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite sports.
Reprimanding Papo for moving on and falling in love with someone who doesn't seem to care about his recent actions is the one thing Remy Ma will do. She seems to be keeping a pretty close eye on him and his new relationship. With this new boot, and shield Clarissa. We thought that after having his new girlfriend walk him, Remy would have broken up with Papoose, but it seems that Clarissa and Remy have made it clear that they hate each other. They even got into a furious dispute about Papoose on social media a few months ago. Given that Remy Ma and Papoose were one of the most stable couples in hip-hop, and that it appeared as though they would have survived anything, fans are still rattled by their drama. But now that both sides have accused us of cheating and Remy has accused Dev, we're left wondering how we got here in the first place. According to rumors, Papu intends to ask Clarissa to marry him at any moment. She recently broke up with him once more. Remy is not handling it well, and things do not appear to be going well. Papu stayed by Remy Ma's side even though she had more than 6 years to serve, and they even got married while she was still behind bars. Word of the danger was that their love was over. There were no scandals or accusations of infidelity, and Papoose remained unwavering in his devotion. Fans couldn't help but admire his lack of commitment, which made their link feel unshakable even when it wasn't shady. In Hollywood, where loyalty is rarer than corn, and we read about some rapper being involved in some conflict every other week, Papoose's actions actually seemed almost like a fairy tale. But not Papu, who remained steadfast and showed Remy how much he cared in a way that made him a legend in the entertainment business. Because Remy is now saying that he cheated on her while she was incarcerated, and Papoose was there, arms wide open, ready to help her adjust to life beyond the prison gates. We came to this conclusion. They continued to create their little life together despite being away, and by 2018, they were celebrating the birth of their daughter, had a son from a previous relationship, and Papoose has 3 children of his own. But they successfully merged their families, proving their strong bond, or so we all thought until 2023. When there were rumors that their marriage was about to fall apart due to Remy's alleged infidelity with rapper Easy, the Block Captain, the impenetrable love tale suddenly started to seem much less certain. But the drama didn't end with broken feelings. Quickly turned into a full-fledged fight in which Papoose collided with W's tree. At an industry function, it heated up rapidly. The true chaos occurred when Remy and Iez joined forces to fight Goiti in a rap war. Rap battles are verbal battles, no holds barred, word to your mother. And Gotti wasn't back either, as anyone who has watched one knows. Papoose reportedly struck Easy out cold without hesitation because he wasn't going to tolerate anything. In the heat of the moment, he grabbed the microphone and dropped a bombshell that left everyone on the ground in shock. The situation reached a new level of chaos when he accused Remy of Isley cheating on Papo.
Just tell you stop screwing the business. Found out you was in the help, that could really ruin your image. We're talking, we're rocking with Shale, happened real. It's us, not a poster child symbol for black love.
It seemed like everyone had been talking about the drama for a minute when Gotti dropped that bombshell, making the whole thing seem like an open secret. Nevertheless, he went after Remy, dragging her through the mud for cheating on Baloo after he had been true to her for all those years. Rather than simply dumping the claim and moving on, she had betrayed the guy who had stood by her side through thick and thin, he made clear. And it wasn't just an accusation. It was a verbal assault that threw the crowd into a frenzy.
Every interview, he showed his admiration and tell the world how he think this woman the greatest. That nigga held you down in prison for 6 years.
The most startling aspect of all of this, however, is that EAS essentially confirmed the allegations without making any effort to deny them.
Wanna know more? You wanna know the details? Put this on the D9. If you heard him did something to me over a female and he ain't did, it's probably because I still got the female.
It turns out that after all those years of loyalty, Papoose wasn't about to sit around him as he suffered through heartbreak. Rumor has it that he ended his relationship with Remy due to her adultery. Rather than becoming embroiled in the scandal, Papoose swiftly moved on and took a new girlfriend, Clarissa. Shields, a professional boxer. The tea time starts here since there are reports that Papoose's new relationship is getting serious, and that she is not handling it well. At first, Remy kept her composure and pretended to be entirely over the problem. She is allegedly spiraling, hurling insults, talking rashly about defending her rights. And get this, she has even been implying that she is prepared to throw hands if necessary.
Believe that sometimes people need to fight it out. Because talking doesn't do it. Sometimes you can talk. Like in certain situations, you could talk to a person, you express how you feel, they express how they feel, and y'all come to a mutual agreement that y'all either don't agree or, you might start seeing it from another person's point of view. When it gets to the level, or when you're dealing with people that, like, sometimes how I used to be, I don't even want to hear that. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I don't care what you thought. What's up? What we doing? And that's where I come in. She said, you ain't have a fight in recent times. You're really not ready for this work. She said, it's natural. She don't have to. I don't like talking about fighting. Sometimes people be needing hands put on them. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite sports.
We assumed she would stop there. But a few days ago, she shared a text message that Clarissa had sent to him on Instagram, which read, "You take accountability. You are the one who was married. You can't at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person. Shouldn't be a big deal to let me know you made it home safely or to communicate that you fell asleep in the Sprinter." It appeared that Clarissa was requesting that Papoose be honest with her. And Remy's forward writing, "Papoose's foolish self fell asleep on the phone with Clarissa. He is refusing to go and is besieging my residence. Now, baby girl, I'm telling you everything. You're not by yourself." This B, who was meant to be a world champion combatant, hung up when she heard my voice because she was afraid. But she didn't stop there. She wrote to this woman as well. "I'm sorry, but for far too long, a public relations team has been circulating untrue information about me every day in an attempt to paint me negatively and him as God's gift. He kept asking me to be quiet since that's the best thing to do, but I'm exhausted. Additionally, he stated that he would never leave you because you have to do something about this girl today. Even though I know you detest playing online games, I can't be up here exposing her, etc. For the movie comes out on December 25th because my PR team will go crazy when they see this. Don't worry, I'm not concerned about anything she said or posting her inner narrative for everyone to see. You still have your other phone." She also didn't stop there. To give you some information, Clarissa is a professional boxer, and as I previously stated, she has a movie about her coming out on the 25th. She doesn't need to be made famous for being with a man who is still legally married. Hey Michelle's, he took your advice, but not before I screenshotted your convo. Remy was also plotting with one of his women to try to ruin me, the same lady who could have used my platform to expose you while getting me arrested. This is particularly true in light of the fact that he has been disclosing details about her private life. It had been 17 years since she had cheated on him. I have your trash and all of your photos. Messages from women he was about to claim that he penned my rhymes as he held me down the sidebar while I was away. He also threatened to reveal anything private about me, so imagine that it would be him. I'm not happy, but all right, I'm going to stop. I don't want to stress you more than you already are, so I'm just going to stop. How I feel is not warranted. I'm just tired of talking and you not hearing me, so I can't thank you for your honesty though. Remy continued to release more texts in which Clarissa seemed to be begging Papoose for the bare minimum, but that's always the best course of action. Won't elaborate? When I'm traveling, I want presents. claim to like flowers. I want time for myself, and I'm simply lying here feeling stupid. This quote is courtesy of Remy Clown Clissa. Shields. Hello, Mother Earth thinks he is the prize, and is a taker rather than a giver. Therefore, he won't just say, oh, and never buy you anything. Since I have the bag, you should cease toying with me. I am a decent woman who only has one boyfriend, just as I was a lady with just one marriage. Sincerely, I'm ecstatic, and not even upset. Ah, and your lover is upset because of it. Ooh. And you said that you look foolish as well as feel foolish. She didn't call Papoose bro, but it appears that was the last straw for Pap, because he finally replied to her, saying, sad to say, Remy is a narcissist. She chose to cheat repeatedly, and now that I've finally moved on, she's playing the victim. I have requested a divorce numerous times. She would rather clout chase on social media than handle this like civilized adults. I did not want to do the social media dumbness for the sake of my 6-year-old baby. She has to go to school, as you can see. I remain, he continued by saying, I will never get anyone arrested again because you are lying, which is easily verifiable. And you are the ones who play with the police by lying about history that happened in front of the world. He then addressed the claims that Remy had cheated on him with his friend Easy, the block captain, saying, well, I was at home with my daughter last Christmas. And this is where Remy was. It is narcissistic to fabricate a story and defend adultery by lying about text messages that you were told were from 10 years ago. She's upset and lying now that I've finally moved on. Egocentric. The last time I saw this chump, he was in the fetal position, and everyone saw it. I knocked him out, and Remy woke him up and took him home with him for 4 days. However, when I got home with my daughter, she was eager to lie about it again. Even though I told her that we could get a divorce like adults, but she refused to do so because I wouldn't lie and say I didn't knock this chump out. I still received her B messages telling me to lie about the knockout, but it doesn't matter. All you do is pretend that you're fine in the background no matter what I do with my child on any significant day, Remy said, in response to the allegations that she had left their daughter on Christmas. I've been pleading with you to leave, and let's get a divorce amicably for years. But you said this is the only way you're leaving with a public blow-up, she continued. You are aware that I'm not the social media type, and you use my morals which stem from my childhood and my reputation as a gang girl against me when I film. Oh, Remy Ma, I'm going to call the police to help you, I said to them. You are a rat and a snitch. Call your brothers Joe. My foolish self warned them. No, don't say anything about the real you. You try to isolate me from everything and everyone. She also claimed that he was envious of her success and that he promoted other rappers, adding, you hated that I founded Battle Rap League. You do whatever to maintain the black love image I helped create for you. You were fine with the lies being told about me. My security knew you because he knew you ran out. And you helped create a false narrative for the public by feeding Battle rappers in my company's stories and paying for information. You actually said you were going to try to ruin it. I'm so tired of the fake knockout story. Everyone knew what they heard, not what they saw, and you kept saying, see, it'll go away. But in reality, you snuck in and out like a thief in the night wearing a mask. Then you made me go to the awards with you, and you pretended everything was fine because you were jealous of how I was treated. Pap, you forgot that the pool was never finished being remodeled because you were in the garage when the workers called the police to get you the fuck off me. I'm not Ed. The audio and video keep lying to you all. It's been a hot mess, and I'm not even sure if I want to be in the chat anymore because it seems like their marriage has been in crisis for a long time. Despite appearing to be the most straightforward. From this point on, things became much more serious after she accused Papoose of abusing her and touching her. She wrote a play with the police about it. Strange. I made a monster by praising you when I knew everything was okay and remaining silent when I knew the reality. Remy of the long-lasting ideal black couple. revealed after sharing screenshots of Clarissa in her direct messages, adding, "Here's Papa's weirdo girlfriend wishing me Happy New Year's," despite the fact that they kept everyone in the dark about their behavior. After a few days, this woman began hitting me up for advice on how to flaunt her figure. Let me respond to your behavior by saying, I'm not 45 yet. But you're 29. Clarissa was fed up with being subbed by this point and said bluntly, I can't believe a 45-year-old woman is crashing out like this clown. I guess you know what I got? So that's why you feel comfortable lying to these people. I promise you that you will be sorry. I'm not your enemy, but I would suggest that you get flowers and gifts from your lover, who didn't answer his phone because he was with his collie lady this week and wasn't trying to expose Pat already. Let me put it this way. You're not maturing like wine again. You're not a bully. You can bully you're bitter and mad, and you're making yourself look stupid, Clarissa said, exposing JY for cheating on her and creating the text to get into trouble. She didn't challenge Remy to a fight, saying that Clarissa Shields versus Remy Ma. When February 2nd finally came around, Remy refused to take Clarissa up for the fight. Which isn't shocking considering Remy is a fierce woman. I have to give it to her, but since Clarissa is a boxer with professional training who also engages in mixed martial arts, MMA, and other sports, she would have cleaned the floor with Remy's behind. She also seems very interested in maintaining their relationship, which is surprising for someone who claims to be over P now that the engagement rumors are going around. Let's just say she is not happy with her relationship with the Easy Block captain. There are also rumors that he is already cheating on her with other women, which shouldn't be shocking because you lose them how you get them. Finally, it is said that Papoose is already shopping for a ring and hasn't been shy about showing off his new partner. Clarissa has also stated that she is prepared to wed him and has been open about their relationship.
Yeah, that's why I said I love him. I love having his support, you know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how he speaks to me and stuff is very different. There you go. We deserve each other. But I don't know, it's not one of those things. I was like, I want to keep him all to myself.
Confessing to fumbling Papo. Remy certainly has a reason to be upset and throw up, but I wanted to hear what you guys thought of the situation. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below before viewing this next video.